Okay, that was already... Wait, is it I'm coming up? I'm coming up? I think it should be out, but I don't want to come out. I'm not coming out. Stop. Stop it. Oh, yeah. I'm not actually that excited. Actually, I kind of am. This is useless because we're not there. Oh, God, the sound of porcelain sliding across marble or granite, bad. So, these are two registers, 16 inches by 8 inches in white. And these are two motherfucking Noctua fans, 8 inches by 8 inches, totaling 16 inches by 8. Do you see what's going on here, folks? You don't. I'll explain it to you because, you know, do we also get the fan splitter? I need that. And did we also get, I don't know what these are. What is them? Riverstone Audio Company. Contact Riverstone Audio if the seal is broken when received. Ow. Just punched my countertop. I'm on a cleaning kick for New Year's. Spoiler, it's on the date. So like the tree's up and I've been cleaning, not here. Here's was easy. Here we're just gone. Basement. And so like all the packing material, I could pack a year's worth of boxes with what I have currently in the house. Maybe more. Just like 2 years worth of boxes. So I'm being really like, just throw away everything that's not. Like this box, don't need it. Don't need any of these burn, look at the burn pile. Burn pile's fucking massive. This will be in the yard sale. Probably wait. Actually, I might wait. I bought them, I had the money. I bought 3 limited edition ones. They come with naked bodies, which I gotta swatch out. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, to clean up, more cleanup. I bought magnets too. Magnets didn't show up. I want my magnets. I don't think this is a magnet. I don't actually know what this is. Thank you for choosing Nylite. It's one of those things I didn't order that shows up anyway. Oh, no, it is. Okay, I did order this. Wow, these are much smaller than I thought they would be. I was expecting them to be huge. Are those two identical things? This comes with 3 Allen keys, 2 identical Allen keys. All right, so the purpose of these is I bought the, they're in the fucking front. I bought lights from my Caprice, right? And like fog lights. And these big fuckers are probably going in the bumper. We're gonna do 3D printers, it's gonna be awesome. These are heavy, by the way. But these little fuckers, these fogs, I've had my Corolla with the low 50-inch light bar, and the problem with having a light bar like this far off the ground, or fog lights like this far off the ground in a sports car, which is what I consider my Caprice. It's a muscle car, sports car, whatever the fuck. The problem with it having it like touching the floor is as soon as you're driving forward and there's a hill like this high, 100 feet in front of you, the light doesn't do anything. It's just nothing. So these, I've made the executive decision, depending on how bad it looks, to mount above my hood, like a cop car. It's an old cop car. So having like a light in the cop car position will be fine. So one of these on each side of the windshield, of the A-pillar, where I shouldn't have to see this. And when I turn these fuckers on, it's gonna be like, hey, everything you wanna see, fucking lit, fam. The problem is mounting it to my car. So Brandon, aka Turismo King, who hangs up my streams occasionally, was like, have you seen these? Because we were looking for where to mount it. Because you're gonna have to drill a hole in something. And he's like, don't drill a hole, like don't. No holes need to be drilled. So apparently these exist usually for trucks, but it's a giant rubber. Why is that a sharp? What is oh, that's falling apart. This is real cheap Chinese shit. Anyway, it's got little sharp teeth and a rubber mat and a set screw. And what I would end up doing is, I keep going over here. You mount this to your hood. You open your hood, like here it is, it hinges, here's your windshield, and you clip this in, and then you tighten the fuck out of these, and it will squeeze this against, oh my God, that's terrible. Oh, that's terrible. Never, I can't do this. So you're supposed to put it in like this and then squeeze it against the hood and then close it down and then clamp all 5 of these. The problem I just discovered is that yes, this is a piece of rubber, but the screw that holds in the thing pops out the bottom, so it'll just dent your fucking hood. So I would the whole thing's falling apart. I would have to, it's usable. I would have to figure out how to make that bolt never go through the thickness of this this is the washer. Here, I could just unslide this. It's falling apart. This is important for me. So here's what you have. Here's a little rubber booty. So this is to protect your paint. But the problem is it's gonna just thread this bolt. What I have to do is what you're supposed to do, but it sticks down past. So what I'm gonna probably have to do is go find a machined thread bolt, put it up through the hole this way, because this will stick down too far, the head of it's too big. And that way, I could just put the bracket on and thread a nut down. So this should just be a peg. This shouldn't be this. This is dumb. This is not the way this should work. This should have a peg here that is sticking up, and then you mount your thing to it, and nothing fucks with the paint in your car. But yeah, this is fucking with the paint on my car. Fucking with it hard. So I mean, these were like $12 or something. So it's not the end of the world if I don't use them. And I wasn't gonna necessarily mount the light directly to this either, because I had to put this on my hood, but I don't want the light visible in front of me. I want it to be sort of like to the side and back. But if I had this as a mounting point, I could then use it to mount the bracket that comes off and back and then hold the light there. So yeah, no. And they're nice and small. They're like a little pod light. It's gonna be visible. I'm gonna have to do some creative stuff with the wires, but those are insane, you know, diodynamic lights. Gotta put this back together. Anyway, that's one thing. What's this thing now with the river stone? What is this river? What is this? Can I open it without breaking that seal, just to piss off the company Riverstone? I don't think I can. Oh well. All right, well, video evidence that I broke the seal. Oh, these are the vacuum tubes. Oh, wondering what audio product is this small. I actually bought vacuum tubes. I'm not a tube roller. When you start getting into tube amps, tube rolling is the thing, because your actual amp that you bought, your Dark Voice, your TA26, or in my case, the TA22 from X2O, that is the electronics that holds the tubes. The flavor is required by the tube. So there are people who have one tube amp and 15 sets of tubes. And I don't want to be that guy. I just want to know if there's going to be a legitimate difference going from the X2O tubes that came with the TA22 to these, which have all their measurements and their platinum grade and their match pair. They wasn't even that expensive. Each January, these are new manufactured tubes. I was asking advice and people are like, well, what you need is these 1957 GE tubes. They're about $300 a pair. But that's almost as much as the fucking amp. And I'm just doing this like to see if there's a difference. So yeah, these are 5654W, which I don't know if that's the correct tube. Let's see, it needs to have 9. It says, I haven't had to take a new tube out of a case before, like maybe ever. I don't know how to do this. How do you do this? Do I push it? Okay, okay. Oh, it's a little guy. Oh, that's definitely not the right tube. It's adorable, but it ain't the right tube. Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 7. It's a 7. It's a little baby fucker. All right, well, it was the thought that counts. I'll probably be returning these to get the right ones. Why did that pair show up? Huh. Weird. Well, there's two things that might be useless. Now let me tell you what's not gonna be useless, because I'm gonna put my fucking heart and soul into this. So back to mini splits and heating this house. And I guess cooling too, but not for this application. These are cheap, I think $12 a piece. Grates. They're registers. They're for your heating and air conditioning. It's like, there's a little wobble wobble. It's like those, but this one's bigger. And I need to add 2 of these. We're adding them to the same wall. I won't open that one yet. But let me show you what the Noctua fan looks like, because I've always wanted to see a 200 by 200 Noctua fan. Beastly. Damn, boy. This was like 30-something dollars. I got 2 of them. Oh, the sideshow bobble. Ugh. Designed in Austria, made in China. Blah, bitty, blah, blah, blah. And this should fit comfortably. I'm not building a computer. In fact, this is just going to treat my house as a computer. Let's see what the accessories are. Oh, Jesus. Your cute little bug antennas, which are actually for mounting. We have got an extension cable for the power. I might need that. We have got a low noise adapter. I probably won't need that. We'll see. And then I've got, does it come with a fucking splitter? You fuck. It comes with a Y cable. It comes with a Y cable. I didn't need to buy that thing. I'm just chock full of things I didn't need to purchase. Where is it? So I bought this distribution box to cut it apart, but if it comes with this, I really don't need that, although this still doesn't give me access directly. So here's what's gonna happen. You're probably still questioning it. Zeos, have you lost your fucking mind? This is a computer fan, sort of. No, it's a fan. It's a low voltage fan. That's all you gotta know about it. It's a low voltage fan solution. And here's where it's going. It's going behind this. 1, 2. Let's rotate that. They won't be mounted 2, but they are exactly the right size for those grills. Oh yeah, Bear Grylls. They're gonna be nice and quiet. They're gonna move plenty of air. This is gonna be on the other side of them, and they're gonna go. And right now, my bathroom door is open for my bedroom because I've got the 12K mini split right there doing its 12K thing, and it's just heating this room to 63 now. It's 70 at night, 63 now, and I leave the door open and it sort of just like wafts in here, and it can actually heat this to the point where I don't feel like I want to die. I'm in a giant stone and glass room with tall ceilings where heat goes up, and I don't feel bad. In fact, there's the temperature right there, 63 degrees. It's exactly 63. It's warmer in there, but it's okay in here. Problem is, I would eventually like to close my door again and have this not be a frozen tundra with a giant bay window. Yes, pasta, bay window. So what's gonna happen is, there's gonna be an 18,000 there, and the 18,000 there is gonna have, these doors will stay open, and it's gonna help heat the main space. There'll be an 18,000 there, it'll heat the main space. But what does that do for my bathroom? So this space here with the red wall, boom. So the 18,000 will be installed hopefully in the next 2 weeks. Heat this room like crazy, heat the outside, and all the heat that gathers up at the ceiling here, I'm gonna remove a space because its beams should be 16 inches on center. This is sort of a weird above a door. I don't know if there's gonna be a perfect gap. Somewhere up here, I'm gonna find where the 2 beams are. I'm gonna cut a fucking 16-inch wide, 8-inch high hole. I'm gonna cut another one on this side. I'm gonna mount the fans. I'm gonna run the power through the hollow in the door here. I have power there if I need it. I have power on the other side of the closet if I need it. Or if I really feel ambitious, I can run the power all the way to the basement. And then I'm gonna put a little trigger on it that's just a temperature sensor. That's just gonna be like, or I can plug it into a caster switch or something, home sync, so that the air from up there, the hot air will just get thrown into my bathroom. And it'll be plenty. And may have to run 12 hours out of the day, and it won't matter because it's a Noctua fan and I won't fucking hear it. So yeah, that's the plan. They make air exchangers that are in vents, but I'm like, if I'm gonna put something in my house and I'm gonna cut a hole in my perfectly triangular wall, I wanna build it myself. God, it's so warm in there compared to out here. It's fucking freezing out here. So yeah, this is something that I even though I don't have the 18,000 in, I get to do this because I have to cut open the wall. I gotta find the space. Actually, with these touching, will I fit them in it? Because that's another problem. The walls, the beams are 16 inches on center, which means that's to the middle of the beams. The beams are there's actually less of a gap. This may not, I may have to put these vertical, which would be lame. It'd be kind of lame, but I mean, at the same time, I don't give a fuck if I put 2 vertical things. I may have to, if I make it vertical, I may have to get a different one of these. Continuation on this. Instead of turning it vertical, what I could do is I could put one fan in the wall like that, and then on the other one in the other thing like that, so they fit within the gap. As long as they're both blowing in the same direction, that shouldn't make a difference. You feel me? You feel me? See, I'm smart. I can handle this shit.